Alrighty, what's up everybody? It is I, your Tribal God of Extreme, Hedic Joseph here for video number 2. Video number 2 on your late Saturday night, January the 24th, 2026, right here on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video, hit that subscribe button down below, you know where it is, down below in my pants, otherwise known as the description marks below. Share the video all over the internet. Leave a comment on this video or any one of my videos on my respective channels, from the past, the present, and then in the future. Conan, and don't leave stupid comments. You know where you're going to go, to that shadow realm, and you'll never be seen again, because Ozzy and Satan will eat your goddamn soul. And then that'll be it. You'll be gone. And if you don't like getting blocked, well, too bad. And that's that. Don't do these stupid comments. Just move on. And if you can't move on, you got problems. And that's that. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And don't forget to tap that bell, turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next one. Because if you do, you're out of luck. You know what that means. And that's pretty much it. And for our newbies out there, welcome to the party, pal. We hope you enjoy the ride. Sit back, relax, grab that big, tasty, cold one. We got a big one here for, because we had big dinner for Saturday's main event. So, big one, big soda. So, for a big man like me. So, grab yourself a nice, tasty, cold one. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. And like I said, if you like it, great. You know, too bad. And we move on. We move on as we focus on the future, Conan, and other things, and put everything in the rear view mirror. So, bye-bye to everything. Bye. Gone. Kaputski. Good night. We move on in 2026. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this late Saturday night, January the 24th, 2026, or it's now, well, it's kind of, if you're watching from somewhere else, it is now January the 25th, 2026, the calm before the storm, basically, the big blizzard of 2026, or so we think it might be a blizzard, because, Channel 7 here in New York City, pretty much went down a little bit. They're saying 5 to 7 inches, it could go to 9 or 10, but that 6 to 12 is, don't know, but there's going to be some sleet around 3 in the mid-afternoon hours, early evening, so those totals are going to come down a little bit, which is great, but the icing makes the snow more hard, so shoveling will be a bitch on Monday morning. The roads are going to be crazy tomorrow and Monday, and probably Tuesday and Wednesday, which we're not going to get any melting. Crazy. Well, that's what it is when you got late January and February weather coming, and might get another blizzard next week, but from what I've seen on my weather app, I might not be getting anything, so, but, stay tuned to your local weather channel in the Northeast, so, hopefully we get nothing and it starts warming up, but 7 to 10 days from now, I don't think we're going to even hit 35, which sucks, but, what are you going to do? So, we'll have a snow day tomorrow. We're going to watch some football. Hopefully, if hopefully I don't lose power tomorrow, we can watch some football tomorrow. The NFC and AFC title game for the chance to go to the Super Bowl in Santa Clara. Pretty much 2 weeks from tomorrow, or 2 weeks from now. Now, because I'm doing this Sunday late, after midnight right now. So, 2 weeks from now will be the Super Bowl LX. That's 60 for you people that don't know Roman numerals. And as always, Bad Bunny will be the special halftime festivities. It's gonna be great. Game-wise, we'll see. Right now, I got the Patriots, because they're gonna destroy Denver, because Bo Nix ain't playing because he hurt his ankle, so bye-bye to him, and bye-bye to Denver's hopes and dreams. Good season, but, they ran into a wall, which is the Patriots. And who knew the Patriots? The fucking Patriots were gonna went from garbage to a game closer to the Super Bowl. The same thing for the Rams and the Seahawks. It'll suck so bad if the Rams and the Seahawks win the Super Bowl in our stadium, the Niners Stadium. You know, we'll never hear the end of it from the NFC West fans. Forget it. So, go Patriots. I'm not being a fan. I'm rooting for them to win the Super Bowl. I'm not a fan, so I'm just saying. Get it right. I'm a Niners fan through and through. And a Jet fan, too. But Jets ain't going anywhere for like 30 years, so who cares? But we got that. So, enjoy the football tomorrow. I guess, if you like snow, enjoy the snow tomorrow. But be safe. If you have to go out, don't go out. But if you have to, be safe and be well. And Monday, pretty much stay home, too. So, that's what I'm going to do. Stay home tomorrow, stay home Monday. Tuesday, I'm don't know if I might go out Tuesday. I'm not sure yet, but at least I'm off, so I care less. But yeah. But the first big storm of 2026, will it be as bad as we thought it would be? But, like I said, we'll see what happens with that tomorrow. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, now, everything I'm saying now is happening right now. What happened to Ned? You missed it, dude. Get out of here. And if you don't like Spaceballs, fuck you. That's all I gotta say about that. But right now, ladies and gentlemen, on video number 2, check out my Saturday Night's Main Event predictions on my Shadow Slave channel. Link will be down below in the gobbledygook. But this is gonna be a little bit of a spoiler video because stuff from this video coincided with Saturday's main event, which I'll do maybe later, most likely later, if not later tomorrow. Like I said, if I have power tomorrow, hopefully, we'll see. They gotta do TNA, Ring of Honor, and Collision. It's gonna be a mess. So I'm gonna try to get as much as I can with the time I have before the big storm and power. No power failures or anything like that. Because tomorrow's going to be windy and it's going to be insane. Insane! Like Crazy Eddie would say. When we move on. Alright, after 7.5 minutes of spiel, let's get to the video. And let's not waste any time. But if you're in the Northeast, please be safe. And that's all I got to say about that. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on video number 2 on your late Saturday night, it is time for your late and, well, kind of out of date now, but it's late and out of date WWE Smackdown review for January the 23rd, 2026, and we are emanating from the Bell Center in a dump in Montreal, Quebec, Canada, Not a great city like Toronto, Ottawa, Edmonton, or probably one of the greatest cities in Canada, Calgary! Alberta, Canada. So, fuck Montreal. And that's all I gotta say about that. I'm saying that as a Rangers fan. So. By the way, the Rangers suck, but this season's a waste. I'm not even watching hockey this year. Now, I'm excited for the Mets season this year. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You know, David Stearns, I was worried about you, dude. I think you must have watched my video cursing you out, because you didn't do shit. But now, got Polanco, got Simeon, got Freddie Peralta, woohoo! Tobias Myers on the Brew Crew. Today we got Craig Kimbrell, the guy that goes like this when he pitches. You know who he is, Philly fans, you know. But yeah, got him on I don't know why, a minor league deal. So, who knows if he makes the team or as an extra closer, but I'd love to have the guy in case Devin Williams fucks up or Luke Weaver fucks up, because where did it come from? The Skankies. And Devin Williams had a horrible year last year for the Yankees, and Luke Weaver was up and down. Not so much in the playoffs, but, see if they can bring a nice 1-2 punch, maybe a 1-2-3 punch knockout for the Mets, closing crew to relieve the bullpen. That's what I was going to get out of my mouth. That's what she said. We got that. And now Freddie Peralta joins McLean, Peterson, Senga, Clay Holmes. We'll see what happens with that. And I think the pitching is actually a little bit better now. A little bit. I still want Valdez from the Astros. So that'll really be good. Maybe Uncle Stevie and cousin David has something up their sleeve. Before spring training starts in a couple of weeks. So, pitches and catches officially spring training starts at the end of February. So we got about a month to go till baseball. You nuts! Well, actually, that's spring training. We're 2 months away from actual baseball games that count. So I'm getting excited. I can feel it in my loins, you know what I mean? That's baseball. Oh, yeah. I'm actually, very, let's do it like Roman, very interested. I'm interested in this season for the Mets. Whether they go anywhere this year, that remains to be seen. All right. But we'll do that. We'll talk about the Mets in March, so before the season starts. We don't have to do it now, but, that's that. All right. Back to wrestling, the greatest sport in the world next to all the sports. All right, so we're from the Bell Center in Montreal, and our commentary team, this week, the legendary Michael Cole and Bad News Weed Bennett. No, I'm afraid, Michael Cole, I got some bad news for you. You can tell I'm wired. Love it. Met news-wise, good stuff. That's that. So, nothing in here. But I digress. Anyway, move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Cole and Wade Barrett on the call for a pretty damn good Smackdown last night. And let's get into it. Alright, so we start off with the hometown man. The man that knows a guy named Generico, the guy from Mexico, who steals kids from the orphanage down there. But his alter ego, Sammy Lame, or Sammy Zayn, let's go! That guy. He comes out to a hero's welcome, fans love him. And we get the ole, 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 Frito-Lay, Frito-Lay chants. Which go on for a long time, come on. Let's go! Anyway, so Sammy greets the fans in Francais. Bonjour! Mon ami. Wait, you read Nightcrawler now? Bonjour, mon ami. Psh, shut up, bub. Brings me back to my Extreme Wolverine days, but I digress. Alright, so he talks to his fans in French, switching back to English, because we don't have translators, to talk about the momentum he feels he has right now. And then he gets interrupted by Trick Willie Shamon in white. Anyway, he calls Sammy Mr. Almost. Well, he knows how to get it done. Yeah, I bet. Trick. Yeah, right? Like you should know a thing or two about getting it done. Right? That's how you get it done. You smack those cheeks, you're done. I digress. Anyway, Trick brings up Sammy losing to Roman. Tribal Chief, put up your ones, ladies and gentlemen, for the soon-to-be Royal Rumble winner. So he talks about losing to Roman in his hometown a couple years ago. That was 2024. Which Sammy says, oh, that didn't happen. Right, Sammy, right. We forget all about that. Dude. Stop fibbing. Stop capping, you stupid moron. You got beat by the Tribal Chief, and you know it. Fuck my thing up. Shut up. You got beat. That's what happens when you turn on a Tribal Chief. Get to smack it down on your candy Canadian ass. That's that. So Sammy's like, Trick, you look like $1,000,000, but we're not on the same level, right? Sammy, why are you capping? Damn. So Trick says, I'm brand new, but, no, Sammy says, you're brand new, you've been here on Smackdown for about a month, and it just says not as good as me, and Trick's like, no, we can take care of that later. And then Damian Poppy Priest comes out, who's facing Trick Willie in the main event, says, Trick, you talk a lot of smack, but you seem afraid of me. Why? What's up with that? What's up with that? You know? And basically, he says, Trick, if you don't want to talk here, we can do something about that. So Trick's like, oh, you think I'm scared of you? Well, watch this. Pop! Hits Sammy with the microphone, and then Trick and Damian get a little pre-match brawl in. Sammy comes back, goes right after Trick. Priest breaks it up, and then Trick shoves them into each other, and then Trick's like, I'm gonna wait till later. So he goes to the back. That's that. So first segment, pretty good, 3.25 out of 5 stars, and we're off and running on Smackdown. Alright, go to the back, we see Randy Orton and his Nutless Voice! Kathy Kelly comes up to him and asks him what he thought about what just happened. And Randy goes on a rant, not as great as my rants, about how he's going to beat all of them on Saturday Night's main event, go to Saudi Arabia, and face Drew McIntyre for the Undisputed title, and win it for the 15th time. When that happens, we'll see. Alright, so I gave Randy's promo 2.5 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we get to a video from earlier in the day. Carmelo Hayes, the U.S. champ, tells Daza Ilya Dragunov that you can have the U.S. title shot later on. So it was like, oh, that works for me. So he leaves to get ready, even though he has like a shiner on his eye from, I think, a week or so ago. And then The Miz, or The Jizz, he comes in and says, I don't like this whole everyone is friends era. What, you got no friends? Sucks to be you. Tells Carmelo, says, Carmelo is what the French call le incompetent, which is a Home Alone reference. Home Alone, we're talking about Home Alone 1. Okay, Miz, you can't get anything original? Okay, anyway. So he says, hey, Mello, you're, as they say in Francais, les incompetents. That's not how you say it in French, dumbass. Anyway, like la resistance, that's French. See, I took 3 years of French in junior high school, so I know. I still don't understand it. Anyway, the only thing I know about France is French fries. Okay, that was a bad one. Anyway, alright, so we got that. Hey, Mello's not even phased about that. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. We get to the match. Mello versus Ilya. 2 Electric Boogaloo. Oh, this was c'est magnifique, if you will. Back and forth they went. Just an amazing match. A little bit over 16 and a half minutes. Go near the end. They go to the apron after an apron superplex. Ow! Oh, that hurt. They go to the apron, chop it out, and then Carmelo grabs a suplex into a Giri-Kata! Bang! Or Osaka Street Cutter for you people that don't know how to move. Back inside the ring, Ilya grabs a Death Valley driver into the corner. Ow! For another near fall. Goes up top, but The Miz, from behind, shoves him off the top rope, and then Mello hits the first 48, 1, 2, 3, to retain the title in a great match, 3.25 out of 5 stars for that. And then after the match, Mello figures out that The Miz helped him to win and retain. He starts yelling at The Miz, and Miz like, I was just trying to help you! So it looks like a triple threat match may happen at the Rumble. Dumb, why? Why had The Miz ruin a good match? Fuck The Miz at this point. Fuck him. The only thing good about The Miz is his wife. Is his hot fucking smoking hot wife, Maurice. That's it. Everything else about The Miz, besides the real world stuff he did, the real world Boston, when we first found out who The Miz was, that's all he's good for. Two things. Well, actually, three things, if you think about it. The real world is teaming with John Morrison, hey, hip-hop, everything, and marrying Maurice. That's it. Everything else, we don't care. Mikey. What? I didn't say your name, I said Mikey. Yeah, that's my nickname. Oh. Right, I know that, but I meant The Miz. Oh, you mean the guy that's not awesome like me? Yeah, that guy. I hate that guy. I hate him more than that. Don't say it. Don't say it. We're not supposed to say his name. I know, we say he's, that Japanese guy. Yeah, the guy that rhymes with Banaka. Don't. Damn it, Gilmore, you make me mad. I'm sorry, Mike. Anyway, I'm sorry I bothered you. I know you're at the bar with Jerome and everything, No, I'm actually in my room. Okay. Put your pants on, goddammit. Oh, right, say goodbye to your fans. I gotta finish this up. Bye, fans! Bye! You have a good show. I gotta get out of here. Bye! Okay. Sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Anyway, I'm sorry. I don't know where he comes from. Anyway, but please, make a petition, sign it, and give it to Hunter. Mike Awesome in the Hall of Fame, please. Get off Hunter's, about that. We have to get Mike Awesome in the Hall of Fame. We have to. And maybe, Jerome, New Jack, too, we're going. That's right, motherfucker. Shut up, Jerome. Get out of here. Motherfucker. Yeah, Alright, so that's that. Alright, then we got a recap of Cody! MDK, Cody, that bitch. And Jacob Fott. Ooh, I mean, all gas, no brakes. With, Jacob costing Cody the belt in the 3 Stages of Hell match a couple weeks ago on Smackdown, Bash in Berlin. So we saw that. Alright, then that leads to an early, sit-down interview with, Michael Cole and Cody on his bus. Cody talks about the Royal Rumble. Cole shifts that. He's like, we want to talk about the Rumble. You have a match coming up against Jacob, who comes in with Nick Aldis and 2 security guards. Really? Jacob says, I was locked in on Drew, but you attacked him. And then Cody's like, you didn't look like you were thinking clearly, which is why you were in prison in the first place. Oh, that set Jacob off. You don't talk about prison, for a guy that's been in prison. Shit. He goes off on Cody saying, I'm built differently, And he's like, Cody, if you think I'm just like any other Samoan you faced before, you have no idea what's coming. What's coming because I'm in control, unlike you. So, I loved it. I was like, damn right, Jacob, fuck that piece of shit up. Did he? Well, didn't end the way you thought it did. And we'll see what happens with that. But great promo. And I gave it 3.25 out of 5 stars. That's it. Alright, then we go to live feed and everything. Go to the back, we have Madam President Chelsea Green with ABBA Fire. They run into Big Mama Pump, Jordan Grace. Chelsea calls her a star, superstar. And she could even be the newest Sergeant in the Secret Service. And you can start right now. Jordan's like, yeah, sure, right, sure, good, okay. Alright, so we got that. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Then we got a video for our Tribal Chief. Put up your ones again, ladies and gentlemen. He's coming back next Saturday afternoon at the Royal Rumble, and he possibly could win it. Because it's him and Braun Breaker, and now maybe Sami Zayn are the favorites to win. I hope Roman wins. But but I know it's a stinky butt, but storyline-wise, I think Sammy's going to lose at the Royal Rumble, but then in the Royal Rumble match, he's going to win the match, face Drew at Mania. What does Roman do? I don't know. And if Braun doesn't win, he's most likely going to win the Chamber. So, again, what does Roman do? I don't know. What does Jacob do? What does Cody do? They're going to be in the Chamber, most likely. So Roman should be in the Chamber, too. Because you got to give something for Roman to do on Mania. He's not going to go for the title. He's not going to win the title at Mania, like we all thought he was. Thank you, Drew. But anyway, got to give him a big match. He doesn't have to get the belt. I think him chasing for the title, I think that's the storyline. I would go with that. Have him win maybe at Backlash or maybe SummerSlam. And then just have a nice 6-month reign. Or let him lose at WrestleMania 43, maybe to The Rock. No, I wouldn't say that, but, maybe face The Rock at Mania, because I heard The Rock, WWE's offering The Rock the largest amount of money he ever seen. So if he, the blood prison, I want to give the money to The Rock, you think The Rock's going to turn that down? I wouldn't, but I'm not Dwayne. I'd take that money in a heartbeat. I'm like, I'll go. Give me the money up front, then I'll go. So we'll see what happens with all that as we get to Mania time. But I think Roman should win the Rumble. Face Drew, beat him again. But I think the storyline is going to be Sammy finally wins the big one, beats Drew in Vegas for the Undisputed title. Not that he's going to hold it that long. If anybody wins it on from Sammy, I would say maybe Jacob. I don't want Cody to win it again, because if Cody wins it, then I say, yeah, do the match with Roman at SummerSlam. But, like I said, I don't want Cody even sniffing that belt anymore. There's a bad stench as it is. But, like I said, we'll see. Alright, moving on. Alright, then we get to Chelsea Green and Jade Cargill, the SmackDown Women's Champion non-title match. Alba firing Jordan Grace. Alright, ringside. Chelsea's in her Mountie gear. Nice touch, because she's Canadian. Like the Mountie. I'm the Mountie, and I always get my man. Anyway, decent match for a Stone Cold time of 3:16. Alba tried to get in, tried to use the distraction from Alba. That backfired. Alba gets kicked off the apron. And then Jade is jaded. 1, 2, 3. Finishes off Chelsea Green pretty easily. In a match I didn't care for. 2.25 out of 5 stars. And then after the match, Jordan Grace gets on the mic. Gets in the ring. Makes a challenge to Jade. But Jade's like, yeah, okay. Because Jordan said, I'm going to be in a Rumble. I'm going to win it. I'm going to face you for the title. And Jade's like, yeah, okay, bye. We'll see what happens with that. Alright, we go to the back. We have Horseface Charlotte Flair and Miss Bliss, Alexa Bliss. Having a little bit of tension. Before the Royal Rumble, Charlotte talks about how great it was because she won. Oh, and yeah, you returned to Alexa. But this time, it's about the team. Yeah, even though I won. Okay. Just turn Lexi heel again, please. I'm getting sick of this team. That's all I ask. That's that. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, Solo Me Bookies with the MFTs. And Bray Wyatt's Lantern. He's ready for the tag title match with the Wyatt Six. That's Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy. So we got that. Alright, so that's a lead into our next match for the tag team titles. Dexter Lumis and Joe Gacy along with Uncle Howdy. And the big man, Big Red, Eric Rowan. I think we saw Nikki Cross, but I don't know where she went after that. To take on Solo Mibuki and the resident gremlin, Mr. Tamatanga. Yeah, 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 yeah. That guy needs to switch to decaf. Shit. Anyway, good match. But you knew the MTs were gonna get involved. Uncle Howdy and company were gonna get involved. So that happens. Tyler gets a big boot to drop Eric Rowan. Uncle Howdy with the mandible claw on Hikuleo. But then Solo comes from behind. Boom! Samoan spike to Bo Dallas, aka Uncle Howdy. Then he picks up the lantern and then smashes Dexter Loomis in the head with it, knocking him for a loop. And then Tamatanga with the cutthroat, or basically the spirit gun by Ricochet, stole it. 1, 2, 3, we have new tag team champions for Smackdown in just under 10 minutes. MTs get the win. So, it was a little bit too late, in my opinion, but MTs get the win. And we'll see what happens after that. Moving on. Alright, then we find out R-Truth wants to be in the Rumble, gives Nick Aldis his balls again. Oy, oy, oy. The man that we thought was released and he says he was fired, but was not fired. If you didn't watch Unreal, that episode was actually pretty damn interesting with the whole thing. So we got that. Anyway, so he finally leaves. Nick's like, oh, God, this guy. So then the phenomenal AJ Styles comes in. He's kind of like, what the fuck just happened? Aldis gets right to the point. Not sure that Styles putting his career on the line against Walter was such a great idea. He respects AJ's opinion, but he has someone else here to speak to him. And in comes Shinsuke Nakamura. And comes in like a boss. He says, AJ, you still have something to prove, but I want you to prove that you're the best and you're phenomenal to me. So how about we have a match on Saturday night's main event? And he's like, I'm interested. Nick, do you have any room on the card? And Nick Aldis makes it official. So we have one more time, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. It's going to be a banger. And it was a banger. Oh, that was match of the night. I loved it. And then, after the match, they do what they did at Wrestle Kingdom. That was a great match 10 years ago. Woo! They do a little fist pump in the ring. That's that. I'm not going to tell you who won. I think we all know who won, but I'm not going to tell you. If you didn't see Saturdday Night's Main Event, then you don't know. But that's that. Alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, back to the ring we go with Ben Frazier of Fraxium along with A-Kid. Axiom takes on Johnny Gargano with a new theme. Huh? Okay. And the lovely Candice LeRae at ringside. Michael Cole with a nice little tribute to Bobby Duncombe Sr. who passed away a couple days ago. Just watched my video on Metal God 669 for the tribute. Match was actually, it was alright, nothing great. Candice LeRae caused a distraction, lets Gargano avoid the Phoenix Splash. But the distraction let Axiom get his stolen mask back and puts it on Candice, which blinds her. She accidentally knocks her husband into a fruit roll-up. And Ben Frazier gets the win in 10 minutes. Match was alright. 2.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, Candice steals the mask back, runs off with it, making Axiom look like a moron! Why would you steal the mask back, put the mask on your the guy that stole the mask, wife? Why would you put it back on her, and then she steals it right back? Makes no fucking sense to me. I mean, come on! What are we missing? No wonder SmackDown's boring. For a 3-hour show. once again, WWE is uncreative about being creative. Absolutely. Look at that. Alright, then we're in the back, we see some big, beautiful ladies. That's Nia, woohoo, Jax, and Lash Legend. Get shit done. Ready to get a women's tag team title shot and a triple threat match coming up. And they're ready to get the titles and go all the way to WrestleMania. We'll see, because they got Alexa Bliss and Charlotte and Julia and the resident accountant Kiana James in the way. We got that. Alright, so I get that 2.25 out of 5 stars. Then Babucho, the WWE Undisputed Champion Drew McIntyre, comes out, gets right to the point, mocks the Montreal Canadiens. Ha ha! Can't wait to see Cody and Jacob destroy each other. If Cody wants the belt back, you gotta win the Royal Rumble to make it happen, because you get no rematch. But before then, we got the Fatal 4-Way match. Means Trick, go get him, kid. Poppy Priest, who already wasted a year of his career on him. Randy already lost the title to Drew. Can't get a win when it counts. And then Sami Zayn. We get the old age chance. Drew says Sami's son is going to be disappointed in his dad. Uh-oh. Oh, no, you don't go there, dude. Anyway, Drew says it doesn't matter who wins because he's going to retain the belt. He smirks, and then he goes home. He leaves. Simple to the point promo from Babucho. I gave it 3 out of 5 stars. That's that. Alright, in the back, Trick Willie runs into Ray Phoenix, and says, hey, you could thank me for the fame. Because Trick beat him, I think, in his debut match. Let's talk about it. So Ray Phoenix says Trick will remember him. What does that mean? Okay, let's see what happens with that. 2.25 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, then we get a recap of Kit Wilson! You're toxic! 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 There's too much toxic masculinity! Oh, we love Kit Wilson here. Elton Strong, come back soon, please. Get well, Elton Strong. Elton Prince, get well soon. But Kit Wilson's on a fucking roll right now. We saw what happened last week with Matt fucking Cardona. And the Toxic Masculinity Tour continues. Speaking of Matt fucking Cardona, he interrupts Kit Wilson doing an interview with Kathy Kelly. He rants about men like you don't understand any of the, he just rants about men like you. But Cardona doesn't understand any of that. Actually, Kit Wilson says, you're just, like any other guy. Cardona's like, what are you talking about? So this is a challenge for next week. And Kit's like, well, that's just choosing violence. There's too much toxicity here. Kit Wilson! Love that song. I wonder what's going to happen when Elton Prince comes back. Do they reform the Yes Boys? Now that Kit's popularity's gone through the roof? I hope they don't break him up. I hope not, but now that Kit Wilson's popularity's gone through the roof, he's going to be like, I don't need you anymore. And Elton's like, I just recovered from a broken freaking neck. This is how you repay me? Come on now. We got that. Alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, triple threat match for the number 1 contendership to the women's tag team titles. Charlotte and Lexi take it on Nia Jax and Lash Legend. Take it on the women's US champ Julia with new hair, by the way. She changed her hair to blonde. Nice. No, blondish brunette-ish. And the resident accountant Kiana James. Great match. Getting to the end, Charlotte's able to bring in Lexi to clean house. A very horrible-looking tornado DDT for a near fall on Nia. Last pump kick, almost knocked Lexi's teeth down her throat. Gets a near fall as Julia made the save. Johnny James comes in with a 401k, but Lash gives Lexi the lash extension. Charlotte then spears Lash to the outside, and Kiana James, being smart, being the legal woman in the match, steals a pin and the title shot which we did not see coming, in just under 11 minutes. Good match, 3 out of 5 stars, so Kiana James and Julia get the next title shot against Rhea Ripley and Io, or Liv Morgan and Roxanne Perez. So we got that. Alright, Sami Zayn walks up to Poppy Priest, says that he's going to be watching the main event in case Trick Willie cheats. Poppy's like, don't get involved in my match, or else. Sami's like, oh, why? Uh-oh. Poppy's like, no. And then Sami keeps walking, he sees Drew McIntyre, slap the fuck out of him. What? Damn. I mean, people be slapping each other like, like, shit. I mean, it was a good slap, but not as good as Jimmy slapping the shit out of Walter about a year or so, a few months ago. Not even a year, but that was epic. I love that slap. Alright, so 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, AJ is in the back. I think in the parking lot. I don't know, he's in the parking lot in the back. Runs into Cody, who says AJ will be at his best when his back is against the fire. Wishes him good luck. AJ leaves. Cody goes to his bus and sees an autographed picture of Drew McIntyre on the door of his bus. And the photo is signed The Real American Dream. Ooh. A little petty champ. You gotta love Drew McIntyre. Sucks to be you, Cody. Continue to go downhill. Alright, 2.5 out of 5 stars for that. Alright, Kathy Kelly's with Julia and Kiana James, ready to win the women's tag team belts. Julia wants to then go on to the Royal Rumble, win the Royal Rumble, win the SmackDown Women's Championship, become a triple champion. Not that she's doing much with the U.S. Championship again. I just knew it. She won it back, and we thought that she was going to have a nice, good run. Wrong. Once again, creative is uncreative about being creative again. No wonder SmackDown sucks. No wonder Hunter is really bad at being creative. He sucks as a booker. He sucks as a creative guy. I mean, WWE was getting good. Now, I don't know what to do. Man, you don't know what to do. Because you got idiots that on the creative team. Like, freaking Road Dogg. Why is he booking? Why? Get him out. Ed Koskey can't book. Not creative. Then they got another guy who's now the main guy to be the creative guy for Raw and SmackDown. You think that's gonna work? SmackDown is boring. Raw is pretty decent now. It's like a role reversal. But then again, WWE's in the last month or two has been pretty fucking boring. And AEW is starting to get his act together. Because Tony Khan's off the, stop snorting for once. And TNA, even after a horrible first episode on AMC, Thursday night, the second episode was good, but at the end, we hear what happened for next week, with Eddie Edwards getting the world title shot. Oops! Dude, come on. Why are we having technical difficulties on fucking TNA now? It feels like the Dixie Carter years all over again. Remember when she cut that promo and then the guy says, cut? On a live, that wasn't live, but on a tape show, he said, cut. What? I don't get it. I know Tony Khan does some stupid things every once in a while, but I think the last 3 episodes of this year for Dynamite have been pretty damn good. Collision was actually good. I think it was last week. this past week or the week before that. So, who's laughing now, huh? I'm not saying that to be an AEW mark. I'm just a fan. I'm a wrestling fan. I'm not a mark. I'll mark out for Roman and the ladies, but, you know, that's different than being an actual mark. You know what I mean? But anyway, move on. Alright, main event time. Bobby Priest versus Trick Willie. And I'm losing my eyes. Let me take a sip of Los Pepsi. We got that. Alright, this was a good match. Trick Willie and Bobby Priest end the show. 15 and a half minutes. We're getting near the end. The exchange strikes after the break. Trick hits a kick to face. Bobby tries to South of Heaven and couldn't hit it. They trade spin kicks to the face for a double down. Trick gets up, hits that swinging rock bottom for a near fall. And Bobby comes back with a lifting downward spiral for another double down. Trick heads to the outside, yells at Sami Zayn. I didn't even know he came out. I forgot he came out. So I think Sammy was like at ringside looking on. So Trick yells at Sammy, but stops to drop Bobby on the announcer's table, which didn't break. I am the table! And that wasn't enough. And Trick sends Priest into Sammy on the outside before heading back in. And Sammy, being the dumb fuck that he is, runs in, jumps Trick Willie for disqualification. So Trick wins by DQ, which did not sit well with Bobby Priest. Match-wise was 3 out of 5 stars. After the match, Sammy continues to beat up Trick. And then Bobby's like, what? I told you not to get involved, you moron! And then they start going at it. And eventually Trick knocks both of them to the outside, and he's like, yeah! And then we thought the show was over, right? Wrong, because Randy Orton's monotonous voice comes from behind Trick, hits the Giddy Casa! Bang! And then he goes up top, poses. He helps Sammy get up, and he just like saying, okay, Sammy, you okay, you okay. Bang! Gilly Cutter to end the show. You gotta love it. That's that. But overall, I thought Smackdown was pretty good. Not great, but still, 7 out of 10 stars for Smackdown. Let me know your thoughts down below. And like Trick Willie would say, let's talk about it. And that's that. Alright guys, I'm out of here. I'm gonna be, I'm out of here guys. I might come back with one more video for the night. Your Saturday night's main event review over on my Peter Joseph channel. So, maybe just a triple threat for that ass later on tonight. Alright guys, I'm out of here. I'll see you guys maybe later, maybe tomorrow. But if you're in the Northeast, get ready because it's going to be snowing in a few hours. By around 5 to 8 o'clock, it's going to start and then really ramp up by 11 o'clock. From 11 to about 3, maybe 4 o'clock, it's going to snow like crazy. But as it stands right now, like I said, they're saying 4 to 8 inches here, maybe more, in the city and Brooklyn before the mixing happens, and lighter amounts after that. It's supposed to get out of here by about 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow night, and then the cleanup begins, and Monday is going to be cleanup day. So if you have to go out tomorrow, be safe, be well. But and if you have to go back to work Monday, a lot of people are not going to work. I don't blame you. Schools are supposedly, we don't know, until maybe noon tomorrow, from what Mom Donnie's saying. Just leave them home! Nobody's gonna go anyway! Moron! We're gonna do remote learning, like, that's gonna be fun? Nobody's gonna do that either. I don't wanna do work, I don't wanna do no schoolwork! It's a snow day! Leave me alone, I'm gonna play my Commodore 64 computer or my PlayStation or whatever. And people go to college. I don't want to go. I remember when I was in college, there was a couple blizzards during the winter, and I used to go for the winter session. I should have never went to a winter session, but, I did anyway. just to finish a little bit earlier. And it snowed a while. I remember, and they opened. I think they opened one day. And I was like, I'm not going to school in this fucking blizzard. Fuck that. One day I missed class. Big deal. Big deal. I missed one fucking class. Big deal. Still got an A in a class. Didn't care. But still, I would not. If I'm the mayor, I would say, you know what? Snow day. But Mondani's an idiot, and the school chancellor is a bigger idiot. If I had kids, I'm like, kids, stay home. Don't go to school. Don't do no remote learning. I don't give a fuck. Just stay home. Stay home with us. We'll watch some TV. We'll have some popcorn. We'll do whatever. That's what I would do. But, you know, I'm old school. When it snows a lot, you stay home. Back in my day. But not the same now than it was then. But I digress. Alright, I'm out of here, guys. Thanks for watching, and until next time. By the way, Smackdown, like I said, got 7.25... no, 7 out of 10 stars. And let me know what you guys think down below. That's it. Alright, guys. Until next time, peace!